What is up, my fellow Chibits? Today, I'm here to bring you a Fate Zero discussion on the dub and slightly episode 1 of Fate Zero. So, as you know, I recently just got Fate Zero, and so I decided to sit down and just watch Fate Zero, and I decided to check out the dub, because I was actually unaware that Fate Zero had a dub. I was unaware of that. I really was. I didn't even know there was a dub to Fate Zero. Like, I couldn't fucking believe it. So, I tried out the dub. Usually, I stay clear of dubs. Usually, depends. But, I wanted to check out Fate Zero's dub because I was just curious. I was really curious how it was since this was, you know, dubbed by Aniplex and it's Fate Zero. So, yeah, I checked it out. And I have to admit, when it comes to the dub of Fate Zero, it's fucking badass. Like, the voice acting is pretty damn good. It's pretty solid. Like, I was really shocked when I sat down and watched episode 1 of Fate Zero that the dub was really damn good. Like, okay, this is coming from a person that has watched all his Fate series in Japanese audio with subtitles, English subtitles. This is coming from that type of person, that type of anime watcher when it comes to the Fate verse. So, very shocking how I was able to enjoy the dub of episode 1 of Fate Zero. Like, usually when you hear audio or a voice acting of a certain series in a certain language, like for instance Dragon Ball Z, perfect example. If you watch the original broadcasting dub of Dragon Ball Z in English when it first came out, you know, a long time ago, most likely it's very hard to shift over to the Japanese equivalent and listen to the Japanese voice actors of Dragon Ball Z. That's kind of how I am when it comes to dub and subs. Like, if I start a series on dub, it's very hard to go to, you know, Japanese. And if I, you know, start a series with Japanese audio, it's very hard to go to English audio, vice versa. You get what I'm getting at. So, I'm just very shocked to see I really enjoyed Fate Zero's dub so far from what I've seen of it. Like, I am loving Saber's voice actor. Oh my god, the final line, like, "Are you worthy to be my master?" That right there, damn, I love that dialogue. I love that voice acting of Saber. I really do. Huge fan of that. And then Kuritsugu, and then the master, I forget the exact name of the Berserker's master in Fate Zero, but that voice actor of his, I think he's, not Vincent from Catherine. If you've ever played the Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 game Catherine, it was like, you know, tower climbing, platformer type game. Not Vincent, but the dude that had, like, the hat, the awesome epic hat and all that, and he had blonde hair. I forget that dude's name, but I feel like the dude that's Berserker's master in Fate Zero is that voice actor. It seems like a lot of Catherine voice actors from Catherine are actually in Fate Zero, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, whoa. Like, all the characters' voices sound their age. They sound right. So, clearly, Aniplex, I think they probably scheduled the dub for this series, because I don't see any other studio on here. I just see Aniplex on it. So, I'm guessing Aniplex and Ufotable, they chose the dub, and they got some really good voice actors that really knew what they were fucking doing. Like, they just, it's fucking, damn. So, yeah, besides that, okay, I'm curious to see how Ryder's gonna sound. Like, I want to hear Ryder and Gilgamesh. I have yet to hear those voice actors. I'm probably gonna start episode 2 to see how it sounds, but so far, solid. Fucking solid. The only voice I could say that kind of is like, meh, is, you know, Ilya's mother. That's the only voice that's like, meh. Like, it's not the best, but it's not bad. So, that's the only voice out of the entire cast I've seen so far that's meh. Everything else is like, damn. So, besides that, I just want to get my thoughts real quick on Fate Zero's episode 1, kind of. So, I noticed, like, it's been a while since I sat down and watched Fate Zero. It's been, like, a long while. I think about 2 years now. It's been a fucking long time. I did not realize in Fate Zero episode 1, Heaven's Feel was mentioned. Now, as you all know by now, if you watch my, you know, Fate Stay Night anime reviews, I've always seen Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night's anime, and, you know, I've seen the Fate Khalid and stuff like that, but I'm not a visual novel reader, so I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. But when I saw the drop, like the name drop of Heaven's Feel in Fate Zero in this first episode, I'm like, what the fuck? That's a route in Fate Stay Night. As we know, there's 3 routes of Fate Stay Night. You got the Fate route, you got the Unlimited Blade Works route, and then you got the Heaven's Feel route. And then all of a sudden, for some reason, they wanted something to do with the Grell that was like Heaven's Feel. They wanted to activate like Heaven's Feel. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, what? Okay, so Heaven's Feel is like some form of activation for the Grell or something? That's what I assume, judging by the way that was done in Fate Zero. So I'm like, holy shit. Because now after, you know, kind of being more in-depth with the Type Moon verse, kind of knowing more about the counterforce and stuff that happened in Fate Stay Night, and then now looking at Fate Zero, I'm starting to realize some certain things, you know, correlations between each other, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. Like, the main goal of the Tohsaka family is to find the root. Like, when they get the wish from the Holy Grail, they want to find the root. And I remember this. You want me to explain how I know what this is from? In Karno Kyokai Movie 5, the main villain kind of wanted to find the beginning of meaning. Like, he wanted to find meaning and meaninglessness, and he also wanted to find the beginning. Like, the root. And that's what the Tohsaka family wants. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I like the correlation of that. I did not realize that. So, the Tohsaka family wants to find the root, supposedly. And I'm assuming the root is, you know, the beginning of all things and stuff like that. And they want to find that information. And so, what if the reason why the Tohsaka family, you know, Ren's father died was, like, somewhat the counterforce intervening in some way or another? Because I do know the counterforce doesn't want that to happen. Like, look what, you know, the main villain in Karno Kyokai Movie 5 did. He had to make this giant fucking barrier around a spiral tower just to try to keep the counterforce out. So, I wonder if that's what really happened. Like, if the root, if I'm assuming, if I'm correct, and he wants to find the root, and the root is correlation to the beginning of things and stuff like that, that the villain of Karno Kyokai Movie 5 wanted to know, yeah, I'm willing to bet the reason why, you know, he died was probably because of the counterforce intervening in some way. Damn. Did not expect that. So, that's pretty much it. That's my quick thoughts and discussion on the dub. I just wanted to mention that, because if you never watched the dub of Fate Zero, go give it a fucking shot. Yo, man. I really want to hear the dub of Fate Stay Night now. Like, I want to hear the dub. Like, there's no dub on the version I have, but they might come out with a dub. I want to hear it. I do want to fucking hear that. I do. Oh, yes. Like, after seeing this, damn. Okay, so you all have a wonderful day or not, and let me know, do you want me to do any reviews on this, or, you know, do any more discussions in the future when I'm rewatching this series? Let me know in the comments. I'll have to see. So, I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.